Welcome back to another episode of Jamin's Daily. I have a special guest, folks. Landon Caylor, who will remain off camera and anonymous. But
I'm too famous to be seen on camera.
he's too famous. I don't want to share the screen with Landon because he'll all the eyeballs will gravitate to him. But he's gonna be along for this episode 95, where we're just going to kind of talk about what's been going on in our lives. Landon, how's school going at the sixth grade? Landon is first year in junior high. How's it been going?
It's been going good. It's good.
Been going good. See, when I was in school, we had lockers. Y'all don't have lockers anymore, is that right?
We only have lockers for pre-athletics.
You only have lockers for your athletic class.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have lockers where you put your books in, or you go to your locker in between classes.
Mm-mm. No, have that.
You know, I had that experience. I was happy for in the 6th and 7th grade at Haas. We had lockers. There was like 7 periods, and you had 5 minutes. At the end of the class, you'd go and you switch and get your other book for your other class. But you know, I know why they got rid of that, because too much stuff goes on during those passing periods and going to your locker. People store stuff in their locker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people had to ruin it for everybody else. Because then when I went to Ray, they had lockers. Their lockers, the lockers are all set up there, but nobody ever had one. Nobody ever used one, because for one, you only had 4 or 5 classes because they switched the way we went to school, or how the class was. And then second, every class has its own set of books now. Is that how it is? When you go to math class, do you have to take your math book, or is there a book there already?
We have our own math books, but in like English class, we have our own like textbooks that we use.
But they're already there. You don't have to carry them to class?
In English, yes, but in math, we have to carry them.
See, and that's why you see little kids nowadays hauling around a ginormous backpack with all their books in them, because you're not allowed to, I guess, put them in your locker from one period to the next. So you just have to carry all your books all day for all your classes?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much?
And your bag is clear,
And your bag
so everybody can see through it and see everything in there.
Oh, man.
That's why I keep my phone in my pocket, so nobody can see it and like want to take it.
Well, that's a good idea. Your phone should always be in your pocket and never in your backpack. But I'm sure there's exceptions to that rule. However, the fact that you have to use a clear backpack.
And you can only wear collared shirts.
And you only can wear collared
That's
shirts?
stupid. I hate it.
Collared shirts. You know, when I went to trying to think of the different dress codes I had to navigate when I was in school. When we were at Haas, I can't remember. I think we were fine. I think that when I went to Taft in the 8th grade, and I think even in the 9th grade, there was a dress code where you had to tuck in your shirt and wear a belt. Because that was the whole, like, after, what's it called? That first real famous, not famous, but notorious school shooting. This happened like in 1999 in Colorado. Where was this? Columbine. That's what it's called. So I think that was right around the time. So they were like, "Oh, people can hide guns if their shirt's tucked in or isn't tucked in."
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was all kind of to prevent crime or something. It was dumb. But then when I went to Ray, there was no dress code. You could wear pretty much whatever you want, which was pretty cool.
Nice.
So times have changed. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Now you have to have clear
backpacks.
Certain types of shirts. So you can't wear a t-shirt. Is there like Spirit Day where you can wear a t-shirt?
On Friday, you can wear like king shirts and veteran shirts, but that's it.
What if you want to wear a Miller shirt? Can you wear a Miller shirt?
Mm-hmm. It's just like high school and college shirts.
What if you want to wear a cowboy shirt? You can't wear cowboys?
Mm-mm.
Well, what if you don't want to go to college?
I don't know.
Sounds racist to me. think that's recent. I'm gonna send a letter to the.
And
I'm gonna write an email to the principal saying you should make one up. You should get a T-shirt made about some fictional university. See if they catch it. Like it could be like the University of. You know what? You know what it should be. It should be the the Texas Institute of Technology and Science.
oh, I thought you were gonna.
Elon Musk was going to start a school called the Texas Institute for Technology and Science. And it was a joke, though. You know why? What is it? Why? Try to figure it out. So it's the Texas Institute of Technology and Science.
I don't know. Institute?
I'm gonna have to edit. Landon. Heimlich. Okay. I was getting ready to laugh at the joke and explain it to you at the same time. And all I did was make myself choke. I'm crying now. Landon. Okay, do you know what an acronym is? Like when you abbreviate something, but it still spells a word. So what does the Texas Institute for Technology and Science?
Oh, tits.
Yes, that was a joke. You know who made that joke?
Who?
Elon Musk. He made that joke, and people gave him all kinds of crap for it. They're like, "Oh my God, you're like a leader." This is why women don't want to join STEM. You know, science, technology, engineering, math. They're trying to say because of people like Elon Musk making tit jokes.
I thought it was funny.
People have a hard time separating, you know, humor and reality. And you don't get to judge what's good humor. It's subjective. You can't be like, oh, you can't say that because you're Elon Musk and this is offensive. I don't agree. I just don't agree. The thing about Elon Musk is what's so cool about him is that he can basically do
whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. I mean,
he's rich.
He's not just rich. I mean, he has what they call FU money. Like, he's got so much money, it doesn't matter. Like, screw you. I'm out. Say what I want. It's good. I'm glad he has that attitude because he doesn't. He's like, I'm not going to put him in the same. I'm not going to say because he'd probably be mad if I said that. And it's not that. I think a lot of the reasons why he has a lot of big fan base outside of this technology and just him being savage. You know, he's kind of a savage in that way. That reminds me of Trump in particular. But I'm sure there are others.
We do something like that at school. There's the 6th grade principal named Miss Titty.
Oh, that's great information.
Everybody calls her that.
Oh man, to her, but not to her face, but behind her back.
Yeah.
Is she nice, lady?
No.
She's feared.
Annoying. Everybody hates her.
Oh no. Well, we might have to edit.
And we have a counselor named Miss Bowers, but we call her Miss Bowser.
Miss Bowser. Well, that's a little better. And Miss Bowser, she beloved, or she also?
Yes, she's nice.
Well, let's get into this. I'm curious. You don't need to be dropping any names, but there's a principal at your school that the kids have a nickname for, and she's somewhat not the most popular. And is it because she's constantly telling people to go get to class, or she's constantly telling people to leave the cafeteria? It's time to leave, or she's constantly making the assemblies last too long because she's talking too much.
She's just annoying in general. She won't let us use the right.
Help me with, I want to my jacket off.
Okay, so just generally, you know, when I was in college. But what? Tell me.
So, she says that we're going to be late to class, even though the bell just rang.
God.
We have 4 minutes in between classes, and we can't use the restroom because she's like, you're going to be late to class. And she always is just mad. She's just a mad person.
Oh, so she doesn't say it like in the general, like looking out for you, like, hey, maybe you need to hurry up and get to class. It's just like general
You
barking.
can't use the restroom.
Yeah, generally barking at you. Well, you can
Or
use the
if
restroom.
you do, and you have to go like one person at a time.
So wait. I'm confused. She's literally. Hey guys, again, welcome back from the break with Jamin's Daily here. You're gonna see in the editing, for some reason on this FaceTime, I've been recording longer than 10. The last two segments we did were over 10 minutes, but for some reason it stopped recording at 10.9 minutes. So on both of these segments, it just kind of abruptly ends. But it that's not when I'm stopping it, and then it imports for whatever reason. It's only importing 10.9 minutes. It won't import further. So we're gonna test this out. Try to do another 12 minutes and see if it only does 10.9. But we can talk about top 5 rappers. We've got 12 minutes, Landon. Who's gonna go first?
You.
Me? Okay, well, we're gonna go 5 to 1.
Okay, hang on.
We gotta wait for Landon. While we're doing that, folks, don't forget that Jamin's Daily is looking for a new sponsor. So if you're interested, send an email to jaminsdaily@gmail.com. So starting off, number 5, Landon. I'm gonna say, and I haven't even really put much thought into this, but I'm gonna go with. I'm trying to think who are some of my favorite rappers. And I like. Man, this is difficult because I'm not a big, like, list kind of guy. I'm going to go with. Do you have a fifth already?
A fifth?
You've already thought about this? Yeah, I need a cheat sheet, and I don't even know 5 rappers. You know, like, I know them, but like it's harder to just put a list.
That's why I brought my phone so I can.
Rap.
I already know which ones
rappers. I have. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, so I can say top 5. I'm gonna start off number 5, Jay-Z.
Okay.
Jay-Z, a very successful rapper. Listen to him. The thing about him, he's had incredible longevity. I remember when he was first getting on, like 96, 97, 98. I mean, when he was, just not Jay-Z that he is now. So I'm going to put him at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Should you go 5 or do I go with my 4?
I'll go my 5.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. Who's 5 for you?
I don't really listen to them a lot, but I like the songs. It's like
Who?
NWA.
NWA. That's a perfect 12-year-old choice.
I like the songs. I don't listen to them a lot though.
Well, you should, because it's a completely different type of rap that you're used to listening to nowadays. Okay, great. Number 4. I'm gonna go with who are these? Some of these people on this list are hilarious.
Can I choose my number 5, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, my number 5 is Playboi Carti.
Who? Playboi Carti? Okay, he's on this list. Is he any good? I don't know any of his music.
He's okay, but some of his songs are like mumble.
He's a mumble rapper?
Some songs.
Oh no, what a mumble rapper. Now I'm gonna have to listen to it. Okay, I'm gonna go with, for number 4, I'm gonna go with Drake for number 4. Drake's gonna be number 4.
Drake's number 4 thing.
Because he's one of my favorite rappers. He's also been in the game for 10 years and still putting out hits. He's kind of
slowing down. I think he's slowing down.
He's slowing down. Maybe.
But not like a lot though.
But he now though, yeah, you got to be a little more selective. He's got a huge catalog now. He can't be putting out crap. Mm-hmm. It's about quality, not quantity at this point. Mm-hmm. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Kanye West.
Kanye West. I cannot argue. He's a tortured genius. He really has got a lot of talent in ways, but he is also kind of crazy. Okay. Number 3, I'm going to go with DMX. DMX was kind of like a splash in the pan. He had a long career, but he's known for about 2 albums in the late 90s that really made him famous, sold all kinds of records. And I like DMX because his rap was kind of, it was aggressive, but then also you could tell he was the kind of rapper, he was not a freestyle rapper. He's the kind of rapper who's writing stuff down and painting stories and stuff. He's just not out of his head. And so I think I like that more. So DMX, number 3.
My number 3, Kendrick Lamar. He's also not pulling stuff out of his head.
Yeah.
He's more of
a poet.
Oh yes, a lyrical rapper, I would say.
Yeah, lots of people like Kendrick Lamar. Just never got on the bandwagon.
I just like him. I like his music.
Okay.
I like a song called "Family Ties" with him and Baby Keem.
Okay.
But
number 2.
Mhm.
Well, are we on number 2 now?
Mhm.
So far, let's recap. 5, you said
Playboi Carti.
4.
But NWA are both close between Playboi Carti.
Oh, but you said Playboi Carti. Then 4 was.
Who was your 5?
My 5 was Jay-Z.
My 4 was Kanye West.
My 4 was Drake.
And then my 3rd was Kendrick Lamar.
And my 3 was DMX. Number 2, I'm going to go with a new. Most people aren't going to know this guy.
Oh, I know who you're going to choose.
Who?
Well, say it first.
Okay. Well, you said you were going to know. If you say you know who I'm going to say, then you got to say it. But,
I forgot his name. Hang on. Okay, go.
So this guy, he actually comes from, Young Dolph. He was a Memphis rapper. He got murdered yesterday. There's another Memphis rapper who's on Gucci Mane's label.
Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Man.
Yeah, it's Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane. Yeah, like Mane. It's like man, but like Mane, like with the slang. And you had to spell it that way so people would say it right.
Mane, yeah.
Pooh Shiesty.
I knew you were going to say Pooh Shiesty. I couldn't remember his name, though.
Pooh Shiesty is definitely not a role model. He's currently incarcerated. But for a while there, putting on some street music, if you're into that. This is art. And he has a couple of hits. And I kind of got put onto him. So I started watching it a lot on YouTube. He has a whole bunch of other stuff that really doesn't get a lot of airplay, but it's still fire. So the thing about also to stay in the top 5, you have to have some longevity, So he's in there now, but I think he's going to be locked up for a long, 20 years maybe. So he's probably not going to be able to stay in the top 5. But as of now, I'm going to put him in there.
Okay. My number 2. Easy pick for me. And I knew you were going to say Pooh Shiesty. I just couldn't remember his name.
Okay.
You always play him in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Is Drake. My 2nd is Drake.
Okay. Drake's a good choice for number 2.
And before I say my number, well, after yours, obviously, I'm going to give some honorable mentions because there are some good rappers, but they aren't in the top 5.
Okay, go ahead.
So, some honorable mentions, as some would say, is Lil Uzi Vert.
Lil Uzi Vert.
Yes.
You're talking about people falling off. What has he done lately? Other than put a big diamond in his head.
It got ripped out.
So what I heard. It was not real. I never believed that he would pay $10 million to put something on his head that could possibly fall out. Makes no sense.
$24 million.
Yeah, that's it. He didn't pay $24 million for it. He didn't even have $24 million. Oh, you're doing honorable mentions?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go honorable mention and throw in Eminem. Eminem's a rapper from my youth. He's kind of grown in. He seems a little he always had that attitude. He seems still. It hasn't really aged well now. So his whole like bitter, grumpy white guy persona is not really. And the fact that he hasn't put out any good music in a while is just that. But back in the day, used to really like Eminem.
Okay, I've
continue going. The honorable mentions.
Actually, three more.
Okay.
Another one is Kodak Black.
Kodak Black. That guy's funny looking, man. I hate to say it, but he just looks weird for some reason.
His hair.
Yeah, his hair and his whole this whole how he puts himself together. He's he had that weird look where it was like a side and up for a while, but then all the face tats and the leg. He just looks funny. He looks like a character.
But now he wears suits and he's nice.
Oh,
he's not like that
because he got pardoned. You know he was pardoned, right?
What do you mean?
Donald Trump pardoned him, or else he would be in jail right now. So yeah, he's probably a big Trump lover. My next honorable mention is going to be somebody who hasn't put out anything in a long time either. But welcome back, folks. For the last segment, we were doing a top 5 rappers, and just realized for some reason maybe I need to do an update, but my FaceTime is only recording for right up to 11 minutes, and then anything over that just gets cut off. So those first 2 segments, we probably went 12, 13 minutes long, so they get cut off. I'm going to try to cleverly edit. We're going to finish up the episode with trying to finish up with what we were talking about. We were doing some honorable mentions, and you had just mentioned Kodak Black, and I think I was going to mention 50 Cent. But then we got to our number ones. My number one was Tupac, because he's... The point what I was saying is that he was able to both be the flamboyant, like a Drake, and rap and just be cool and do it like that. But then he also had these songs like Brenda's Got a Baby, Dear Mama. There's a number of them that I really can't think of a Drake song that's like that. Drake has his own, Drake sings. Drake has songs that you can't really point to. Well, where did Tupac do that? No, but. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. That's why Drake's 4, Tupac's 1. All right. And then also the cultural relevance. See, the fact that he was a martyr, he got murdered. All those things add to the allure. So, Tupac's my number 1. Who's yours?
My number 1 is another lyrical rapper. He's not a mobile rapper. He's been in the rap game for quite some time now.
In the rap game for quite some time.
J. Cole.
J. Cole. He was on that list. J. Cole.
I think he is the best rapper. I like his music. I like a lot of his music.
J. Cole, he made a big splash. I think, wasn't he signed to Def Jam? Or I think he was somehow loosely associated with Jay-Z. But he came out, he had a good album. But then he disappeared. I haven't heard any new music from J. Cole.
You haven't?
No.
Living under a rock.
You live under a rock, maybe.
Yeah.
I watch. I don't. It never shows up on my suggestions on YouTube or something.
He had a new album just like a couple months ago.
Oh, okay. Well then, Landon, this is why we do this, and folks at home, this is why we do this too. Did you know J. Cole had put out a new album just months ago? Now you know, because you tune into Jamin's Daily. And now tomorrow when I get to work, I'm going to look it up a little bit. It's probably not on YouTube. It's probably on some exclusive Spotify or some crap.
His album is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube? All right. Thank you.
The Off Season by J. Cole.
The Off Season by J. Cole. You're hearing it from Landon. Isn't that like... here's something, Landon, that only the older folks at home will understand. Remember, there was a time when you wanted to listen to rap music, you had to buy the CD. But when I was your age, I was 12, and I wanted to go buy the new All Eyes on Me Tupac album. There was this little thing on the CD that said, explicit language, parental advisory. And I couldn't buy it. They wouldn't sell this record to a 12-year-old. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, you don't go buy records at an album. You don't go buy a CD at a place where they even look at that. You just stream it. They don't know how old you are. Yeah. So,
basically listen to any song you want.
Yeah. Good for you. That's what you call. That's freedom. Can't be into something. I'm not into censorship. It's freedom of speech, man. You want to listen to that? You can listen to it. That's not for me to say. Remember, it's art. They're just making half of that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
They're all studio rappers, okay? Studio gangsters, the majority of them. Some of them probably not, but yeah. But you see what happens to the ones who aren't? They end up in jail or dead. And so that is life, folks. On here, on Jamin's Daily, was it a great episode with my special guest Landon Caylor, who will stay in the shadows. Why don't you give the folks at home a farewell? That was actually pretty funny and cool. All right. Well,
bye, folks at home.
Thanks again for joining us.
Don't
wait. Forget. Yes, go ahead.
Can I play my accordion? No.
Oh, you're gonna play the accordion on your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
I can play Super Mario Bros.
Okay, play whatever you can.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is Landon playing. Landon, I can hold the mic.
Okay. Hold it right here.
Landon is gonna play the accordion on his cell phone.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
And turn it.
Landon, I'm super impressed. So is everybody else. Till the next time, stick with us because the best is yet to come.